Hi, my name is Andrea Jones, and this is my Module 1 for EDL 850 School Law. I'm currently teaching in Olathe, Kansas, in Olathe School District. I teach 7th grade science. This is my 14th year in the classroom. I've taught mostly in the state of Kansas, but I taught 2 years in Colorado and 1 year in Washington. Elementary by trade, but I'm in my 3rd year of teaching full-time here in Olathe, and I really like the age. In Olathe, our school district, we're a fairly large district for the state, if not the largest. I'm not sure. We're up there. We have about 30,000 students. I think we're at 5 high schools, maybe 4 or 5. We're at 10 middle schools and over 40 elementary schools. So we're a pretty big district. We're pretty diverse too. My school district is... my school itself, we have about 750 kids, and we're less than 10% free and reduced lunch. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have other middle schools who are 70% free and reduced lunch. So it's pretty diverse along the way. This is my actual last class for Fort Hays State to finish my degree. So I'm excited. It's been working to get that completed. When looking, maybe... Okay. When looking at my current school administrators, federal, state, school board policies, their knowledge, they are top notch. My head principal, he has kind of traveled our district. He's kind of, I don't want to say the fixer, but he is knowledgeable. They've moved him around our district to kind of clean up schools, to just get things running. Just pretty shipshape. A couple of things I know, he stays on top of daily reading of correspondence from either state, national, any kind of teacher organizations. He just really stays on top of everything. He attends board meetings, and I know a couple weeks ago he went to a conference even in Topeka, so he stays on top of state, legislature when it comes to the school, and then also conferences, and then also national conferences as well. Some examples, not only leadership in our building, but he is actually a mentor for other principals throughout our district. He is one of the first ones that he leads things within our district with other middle school principals and other principals, and he's kind of the go-to guy of knowledge, which I feel very fortunate to work under him. Other examples that I see, and since I've been in class, he's a great resource for me. I have asked him multiple times, even in the summer, I feel comfortable calling him on his phone and just ask questions about, hey, what do you think of this? How would you handle this? That kind of thing. Just recently, in my last class, I did a case study, and I presented with him my response because I was... I had presented my response, and with my professor, he had said that, hey, wouldn't you report whatever that was to the superintendent? And I didn't say that I would, and he agreed he wouldn't have done that either because we are such a large district. But he said maybe in a small district. So anyways, just getting that constant feedback. He demonstrates his knowledge. He leads me in directions. If I'm unsure of something, he will suggest resource when we're doing things, when I've been working in my class stuff. So I feel very lucky with that. My current knowledge base on federal, state, school board policies, and so forth, I feel like I have just a general knowledge. School board wise, we'll start there. I've been a transient teacher, and I feel like there's not been too much discrepancy within districts, but there is some. And so I kind of have felt my way around things that are applicable to me in my classroom. And my students, I need to make sure up front I know what the expectations are. So just staying on top of those things, and I feel like our school leaders have shared those changes or anything that's, hot right now that, hey, where you need to make sure we're doing this or that. I really feel like in my Fort Hays classes have really helped build my knowledge base, especially within SPED department, like SPED guidelines and things. And I know that's always changing, but I felt like that was probably one of the most impactful classes I've taken in the sense of like understanding laws and guidelines and things. Other things are just hands-on experiences, learning as I go. Nothing that would be like, lawsuit kind of thing, but just like little things as I'm going to making sure or ask before, just kind of investigating. other people. I feel like in my current building, not only my administrators, but our SPED department is extremely knowledgeable. Our social worker and our counselor, I think she's a great resource for me when we're working for things like different policies and stuff. Plan that I would propose to improve and enhance my knowledge. Number one, anytime as a school administrator and just as a future administrator, always being mindful to keep students center of any educational decisions. I think a lot of things are common sense in those kind of in that term, in those terms, but just making sure students are number one priority. Staying on top of, abreast of hot topics, any legislative changes, any district changes, just being tuned in to what's going on. Continue educating myself through reading, leadership communities. I think having a mentor as a beginning leader, a school leader is key and important. And then other professional organizations that are out there other than NEA, but I know there's the school leadership organizations out there as well. And then finally, surround myself with staff members who strive to have the same results and who are growing and learning and wanting to make the right decisions. I feel like this will be a great last class for me at Fort Hays State to kind of fine tune my where I'm headed, and then with school law, and because that's pretty big deal. So anyways, looking forward to learning with y'all.